On our planet, there are islands that hold mysteries and challenges that seem straight out of a movie. Imagine a place where visitors are welcomed with archery attacks, an island where the land is dominated by venomous snakes, making human presence impossible, or even an island where wearing gas masks is mandatory to survive. And it doesn't stop there. Some of these islands carry stories as impressive as they are frightening, such as one marked by an episode during World War II that shocked the world, or another surrounded by a sequence of tragic events that led to its fame as being cursed. In this video, you will discover in more detail the 10 most dangerous, mysterious, and extraordinary islands on the planet. So get ready to be amazed. In the middle of the Indian Ocean, there is an island that intrigues the world with its aura of mystery and absolute isolation. North Sentinel Island. Surrounded by crystal clear waters, it could be a paradise for tourists, but instead, it is known as one of the most inaccessible places on the planet. The reason? Its inhabitants, the Sentinelese, a tribe that rejects any contact with the outside world. Little is known about the Sentinelese, but their history is marked by resistance. It is estimated that they have lived on the island for thousands of years, preserving their culture and traditions intact, with no external influence. They do not speak our language, do not use modern technology, and, to this day, live by hunting, fishing, and gathering. Any attempt to approach is met with hostility, as if the island is permanently closed off to the rest of the world. The fame of North Sentinel Island gained attention after the 2004 tsunami, when a team was sent to check on the tribe's condition. As they flew over the area, helicopters were met with arrows and spears, a clear warning that they were not welcome. This event reinforced the image of the Sentinelese as fierce protectors of their land and way of life. Additionally, incidents involving fishermen and adventurers who came close to the island ended tragically, leading the Indian government to ban any attempts to make contact. The area surrounding the island is protected by law, ensuring that the Sentinelese continue to live without external interference. A few kilometers off the coast of São Paulo state in Brazil, there is a place as fascinating as it is frightening, Komodo Island, better known as Snake Island. Beneath its dense vegetation and seemingly peaceful landscapes lies one of the most dangerous habitats on the planet. The reason? The island is the exclusive home of the golden lancehead pit viper, one of the most venomous snakes in the world. The golden lancehead pit viper is a unique species found only on this island. With potent venom capable of melting the flesh of its prey, it has evolved to survive in an environment where natural predators are almost non-existent. It is estimated that there are up to 5 snakes per square meter, making any step on the island a life-threatening risk. This high number of snakes is the result of the island's isolation, which separated from the mainland thousands of years ago, allowing the snakes to dominate the local ecosystem. Komodo Island is surrounded by stories that fuel its mystery. According to local legends, fishermen who ventured nearby never returned, and even the lighthouse keeper who once lived on the island is said to have met a tragic end. These reports, combined with the reality of its deadly fauna, strengthen the island's sinister reputation. Today, the island is strictly off-limits to the public. Only scientists with special permission are allowed to study the golden lancehead pit viper and understand its importance for the ecological balance. Its protection is vital, as the species is endangered due to its restricted habitat. On the coast of Myanmar, there is a place steeped in remarkable stories and a unique natural environment, Ramree Island. At first glance, it seems like just another tropical island surrounded by mangroves and calm waters. However, its past makes it one of the most intriguing and impressive places in the world. During World War II, Ramree Island was the site of an episode that drew global attention. In 1945, while British troops were fighting Japanese soldiers, a group of Japanese fighters was forced to retreat through the island's dense mangroves. What seemed like just an escape route turned into a terrifying scene. Saltwater crocodiles, native to the region, attacked the soldiers trying to cross the swampy terrain. These reptiles, known for their impressive size and aggressive behavior, made the journey almost impossible. The episode, in addition to being a milestone in the island's history, was recognized by the Guinness World Records as the largest recorded disaster involving animals and humans. It is estimated that hundreds of soldiers lost their lives in the attacks, a reminder of the relentless power of nature and its ability to directly impact human events. In Japan, there is a place that defies imagination and seems to have come straight out of a science fiction movie, Miyake Jima Island. Located in the Izu archipelago, this volcanic island is a unique home where wearing a gas mask is more than just a precaution. It's an essential part of daily life. The reason? Mount Oyama, an active volcano that continuously releases toxic gases into the atmosphere, shaping life on the island in extraordinary ways. The history of Miyake-jima is marked by chapters of survival and adaptation. Since the early 20th century, Mount Oyama has erupted several times, but the most dramatic eruption occurred in the year 2000. During this eruption, the volcano expelled enormous amounts of sulfur dioxide, making the air practically unbreathable. The situation forced the entire population to evacuate the island, which remained deserted submerged for almost 5 years until the gas levels decreased enough to allow their return. Today, although volcanic activity has stabilized, the constant release of gases still represents a daily challenge. Alarms spread across the island monitor air quality and warn residents whenever toxin levels reach a dangerous level. During these times, gas masks, which everyone carries with them, become indispensable for safety. This uniqueness makes Miyake Jima one of the most unusual places in the world to live. Additionally, Miyake Jima attracts adventurous tourists, fascinated by the idea of visiting such a distinct location where nature sets the rules. The island is not just a place to live, but a living example of how people can adapt to even the most extreme situations. In the Caribbean, there is an island that catches attention for one unique detail: Saba, home to the smallest runway in the world. With only 400 meters in length, landing there is a true test of skill for pilots. Surrounded by mountains on one side and the sea on the other, landing or taking off in Saba is a moment of pure tension, but also of great excitement. Furthermore, strong winds are a constant on the island, making conditions even more challenging. Despite this, the runway is safe and well maintained, receiving small planes that transport visitors and residents who consider the experience unforgettable. Saba has no large airports or commercial flights, but that is exactly what makes it so special. Each arrival is an event in itself, turning the simple act of disembarking into an adventure that stays in the memory. In the heart of Indonesia, there is an archipelago filled with natural beauty and intriguing mysteries, the Komodo Islands. Among these islands, one stands out, as it is home to creatures that seem to have come straight from a prehistoric era. It is the habitat of the famous Komodo dragons, the largest lizards in the world, who gained fame for their size and unique characteristics. Komodo dragons are more than just large reptiles, with robust bodies that can exceed 3 meters in length and weigh over 70 kilograms. They are exceptional predators, adapted to the dry, rocky environment of the island. However, what truly grabs attention is their bite. Their jaws carry bacteria and toxins that, combined, make their saliva a lethal weapon. Once a prey is bitten, it is unlikely to escape, even if it survives the initial attack. These animals have no dietary restrictions and hunt everything from small rodents to buffalo, using a strategy that blends patience and brute force. They observe their prey for hours, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Their ability to bring down animals much larger than themselves solidified their reputation as the absolute kings of their ecosystem. Komodo Island and others nearby are part of Komodo National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Besides protecting these prehistoric giants, the park houses a wide range of marine and terrestrial life, making it a must-visit destination for adventurers and nature lovers. Located off the coast of Naples, Italy, Gaiola Island is a small piece of land surrounded by the crystal-clear waters of the Mediterranean. With its charming appearance, it could easily be one of the most sought-after destinations in the region. However, the island carries a dark reputation that deters visitors and locals alike. For many, it is known as the Cursed Island due to a long series of tragic events that marked the history of its owners. The origins of the island's mysterious fame trace back to the 19th century, when it began attracting millionaires and influential people. One of the first owners died mysteriously after acquiring the island, and this sparked a series of episodes that fueled the mystery. Among its owners were businessmen who faced financial troubles, influential figures who dealt with unexpected difficulties, and families who encountered extraordinary situations. Even Gianni Agnelli, the renowned businessman associated with Fiat, faced a series of personal setbacks during his time owning the island. These recurring events over the years have contributed to the belief that the island brings bad luck to all who possess it. For the locals, the stories of misfortune and tragedy are not mere coincidences. Many believe that something truly supernatural surrounds the island. Today, Gaiola Island is uninhabited, only visited by curious tourists or divers attracted to the waters around it. Despite its natural beauty, few have the courage to stay for long, and no one dares to purchase it again. In the vast Pacific Ocean, an archipelago hides a history as fascinating as it is frightening: the Marshall Islands. At first glance, its white sand beaches and crystal-clear waters give the impression of the perfect retreat for relaxation. But behind this paradisiacal beauty lies a past marked by destruction and danger, which still echoes today. Between 1946 and 1958, the Marshall Islands were the site of intense nuclear tests carried out by the United States. During this short period, over 60 nuclear bombs were detonated, including the devastating Castle Bravo test in 1954. This explosion, the largest ever carried out by the US, was so powerful that it left a visible crater to this day, as well as spreading radiation over a vast area, severely affecting the local population and the ecosystem. The inhabitants of the nearby islands were hastily evacuated, but many had already been exposed to radiation. The impacts were devastating. Cases of severe illness, deformities, and even deaths became part of the dark legacy of this period. Even decades later, radiation levels in some areas remain dangerously high, making it impossible for residents to return safely. Although some parts of the Marshall Islands were declared habitable in the 1970s, residents who tried to return discovered that the food grown there was still contaminated. Many areas remain deserted to this day, serving as a silent reminder of the human and environmental costs of nuclear experiments. Despite its troubled past, the Marshall Islands attract curious visitors, scientists, and divers interested in exploring the wreckage of ships and planes from World War II that rest at the bottom of its waters. In the midst of the breathtaking crystal-clear waters of the Maldives, an archipelago known as a dream paradise, there is an island that carries a very different burden, Thilafushi. Far from being a paradisiacal refuge, this island has become a symbol of the environmental impacts caused by modernity and mass tourism. Known as the Garbage Island, Thilafushi emerged in 1992 as a makeshift solution to handle the growing volume of waste generated by tourism in the Maldives. Initially, it was just a lagoon that was filled in to serve as a landfill. The goal seemed simple: to create a space solely for waste disposal and protect the rest of the archipelago. However, what began as a controlled project quickly spiraled out of control. Today, tons of waste, including plastics, metals, and chemical waste, are dumped on the island daily. Piles of waste accumulate and are often burned in the open, releasing toxic smoke that threatens the air quality and the health of the workers there. The environmental impact is alarming, with waste escaping into the ocean, contaminating the waters and endangering the rich marine biodiversity of the Maldives. At the far south of Iceland, there exists a unique place in the world, both for its origin and its function: Surtsey Island. Unlike other paradise destinations, this island is not open to tourists or adventurers. Instead, it remains a true natural laboratory, reserved exclusively for scientific studies. Surtsey emerged in 1963 as a result of a series of underwater volcanic eruptions that lasted nearly 4 years. From a chaotic scene of molten lava and steam, a new landmass was formed, sparking the curiosity of the entire world. Its creation was a rare example of how an island can be born before human eyes, and since then, it has been carefully protected. The primary reason for its protection is the opportunity to study the colonization of ecosystems from scratch. Scientists monitor how plants, insects, birds, and other organisms begin to occupy completely virgin land without human interference. These observations provide valuable insights into the natural processes that shape our planet. Despite its scientific role, the island carries an air of mystery. The conditions on Surtsey can be inhospitable, with strong winds, unstable volcanic soil, and the constant possibility of subterranean eruptions. However, it is exactly this combination of isolation and adversity that makes it one of the most fascinating places in the world. Today, Surtsey is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a symbol of how nature can reinvent itself and create life even under the most extreme circumstances. In the heart of the Indian Ocean, Reunion Island stands out as a natural paradise with lush landscapes. However, beneath its seemingly calm waters lies a danger that has attracted global attention: a high incidence of shark attacks, making activities like surfing and swimming extremely risky. Since the early 2010s, the island gained a dark reputation due to the alarming number of incidents involving sharks. The waters around the island are home to species such as the bull shark and the tiger shark, both known for their aggressiveness and proximity to coastal areas. The combination of strong currents, nutrient-rich waters, and a robust food chain creates ideal conditions for these predators. Local authorities have taken drastic measures, including banning swimming and surfing at several beaches without areas protected by nets or barriers, but the danger remains. This situation not only affects locals and tourists, but also the island's economy, which heavily depends on tourism and marine activities. And that's where the video ends. Please share your thoughts on the 10 most dangerous islands in the world in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video now appearing on your screen. I'm sure you'll enjoy the content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.